Yo, what is up, guys? It is the man in the can. It is Super Piggy Man here today with another video, and today we got some more Kenshi lore for y'all. So before I start with this video, I want to say thank you guys for all the support and love on these videos. We've been killing it on the like button, so hopefully you guys can subscribe too. I do enjoy the likes, they mean a lot to me, and the comments you guys leave down there. I reply to every single comment that you guys leave, and if you guys have any question about lore or detail on anything that I probably didn't explain because I'm too stupid, well then you can ask me and I will answer it back. But anyways, let's get into this video. So today we're going to be talking about the Hive, and the Hive pretty much look like this. You know, I'll probably insert a splat sound or something to make it look cool. Or something, I don't know. Maybe not. I'm still debating on it. But, okay, the Hive are an interesting folk. Alright? They weren't around for the first or second empire, but legend has it, during the fall of the second empire, like, you know, after like post-second empire and, you know, the empire already fell and all that, you know, they just appear out of nowhere, and that's pretty much how they're explained, as they appear out of nowhere. They just come and settle in these lands, and that is really interesting if you think about it, because these people came out of nowhere, according to everybody. And I don't think the Hive even tell you where they come from. All they care about is their queen. Now, I do have some theories on who the Hive could be, but I'll get into them a little bit later. But let's talk about all the different type of hives. We got the worker drone, which excels at working. We got the soldier drone, which excels at combat and is actually really good at it once you get it trained up. It's probably the best, you know, combat type of person. But I mean, the only drawbacks from them is that they don't wear armor on their head, because if you haven't seen, their heads are really weirdly shaped. And another thing that is a drawback is that their head... Wait, no, I already said that. Well, I don't think there's any other drawbacks, but if you pay real close attention, mostly all the elite bodyguards are the soldier drones for some factions, like Igor for United Cities, which pretty much raids your camp with really high level people to get Emperor Tengu back, which is pretty cool in terms of like gameplay and all that. But I want to talk about that the soldier drones, like, why would they, you know, I want to talk about why they have all these different drones. Now, they have the Prince drone. The Prince drone is just pretty much good at everything. They're not the best at, like, you know, one certain area. They're just good at everything. They're naturally good at everything. But that doesn't mean that they're, you know, excel above the worker drone at their job or the soldier drone. Now, I want to talk about why would they have these three different drones, you know? And you really think about it, how are Hive made? So, during my encounters in one bar, you know, in the Great Desert, I think the bar was called the Bark. It was in the city Bark, I think. I'm not sure. It was in one of the United cities. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'll probably have to open up my game to do that, and I really don't feel like opening up the game to do that. But they're talking about how the hives make their structures, and they're talking about it, and this dude says, you know, I saw my friend at the bar the other day. He was drinking a shit ton pretty much, and he ends up throwing up his guts out. And he says when he looked at his guts, it looked like the same thing that the Hive made out of their structures out of. Now, this poses a real threat, because if you go to the fog area, those things kind of look like, you know, hives, but they look like corrupted hives. And if you go to different areas, all hives have a different color. And people say that's due to, like, you know, the distance that you have with your queen. And I think that maybe the Hive actually come from the Foglands. Like, what if there was this group of Hive, right, or the Fogmen? Now, this is just all in theory. This is one of my theories on how they came to be. What if, like, one of the Fogmen, or a group of Fogmen, came up with this idea of, hey, you know, we're going to kidnap people, we're going to get all this building material done, and then we're going to build these Hive structures. And, you know, we're going to pack it all up and we're going to leave here because we don't want to eat humans anymore. We're kind of tired of it. We want something else on the menu. No, just playing. But, you know, that's a real viable answer, you know, because the Hive, you know, they're pretty shady sometimes. But anyways, let's get back into the actual thing that we're talking about, and it's that I think these Hive are corrupted in some way. I don't think they came here all easily and peaceful. Now, when you go, like, okay, so when you kill the queen, and it's a real hard task to do, the Hive will hate you. It's a known fact that they love their queen. It's like the Hive are pretty much like bees to a nest, or bees to a queen bee type of thing. And if you kill the queen bee, all the bees are going to go after you. So now, the queen bee of the Hive, the Hives have their own queen. They love her so much. And the queen, if you kill the queen and you look in, you can see that she's part skeleton. Now, this draws concern, because now this opens up a whole entire new line of what if the skeletons were controlling these Hive? What if they found a way where they can control them and manipulate them to do what they need? And this would actually be smart, because if you think about it, Catlon was losing. Who knows what projects he had on the side? Who knows what it was? And Tin Fist probably knew about this, but Tin Fist is a whole entire mystery. We don't know that much about him. We only know what he tells us about the Second Empire, so that's not really a good source. We only know two sides of the Second Empire, the Holy Nation and Tin Fist's side. So now this adds in a whole entire new complex thing of what if Catlon was trying to get these Hive to help them fight off the humans. Now, if this would have succeeded, I think things would have been way different. Now, things would have been super, super different. And the fact that I don't think Catlon would have been out of power. I think he would have found a way to manipulate them and have the queen do this type of thing where she just, bows down to him, or bows down to Catlon and says, you guys have to follow him. He's our true leader. And this really does add a whole entire new aspect to the lore, because I honestly didn't know this until I was in my Discord and they were talking about it. Now this is really, really interesting. It's like a whole entire new breakthrough type of thing. I don't think it's a big breakthrough, but I think it's been in the game for a while. But that's a huge thing. Now, honestly, I don't know where the Hive came from. There's two possible theories. Number one is that there were a group of frogmen that kidnapped humans, got the building materials they needed for the Hive huts. My second theory is that they were going to be manipulated by the queen. They got frogmen from the Foglands, got them to follow this queen, made them have kids, generations type of thing. And it was a top secret thing that they didn't let out. Now those are the two theories I believe on how they got out here. Now, in the end, we don't know how they got out and what are they going to be doing, all that stuff, or what they did to get to Kenshi. Now, the third theory is actually kind of interesting. Maybe they just crash landed somewhere and they knew that their queen was an AI, or a selected few knew. You never know. That's my third theory, but the third theory is kind of off. It can be explained through the spaceship crash land in the bone fields. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Remember, leave a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Really been killing it on the last couple of videos. Let's keep on killing it, guys. Peace.